Hello, and welcome back to the second to last installment in my speedrunning guide for any percent New Game Plus for Sword of the Sea. This is Boiling Caverns, the last sort of real level of the game before the final boss fight. And in this one we also do a bunch of out of bounds movement. So beginning here, we just do some clean inbounds movement, getting us ready for the out of bounds. A fun thing you can do here is boost off of this, and you can bonk your head on that rock to give you a nice trajectory into this corridor. And this is where we begin our setup for the out of bounds. So, our goal is to gain a ton of speed as we go up the stairs here, and that'll send us flying into a position from which we can get out of bounds. It's important on this final stair section that you don't jump, because you will bonk your head on the ceiling. Instead, we want to sort of get this really nice sort of 45-degree trajectory right through this big entrance. And that begins by entering this room with a bit of speed and then getting 2 boosts. So we boost into the room, and we boost once, and we boost again, and that gives us a ton of height, enough that we can usually water rail over into this window here. It was a little tight that time for me, but with a better setup you can get this a lot more comfortably. And from here, we can boost up onto this part of geometry, and we are now out of bounds, essentially. If you miss that jump, there is a backup down here, so that's where we came from. You just go into this room, and you do a boost launch off of this rock, and you can get full height. Even if you don't get full height on this rock, you can also boost. And we're gonna go over here through that window, and now we're gonna aim. You see these 3 lit up blue roofs in the distance? That's our goal, that's what we're going for. And that begins by jumping over an invisible wall right up ahead, and then boosting into the big lava pit, and then doing another launch off of a boat that's gonna take us all the way up to the right of these pagodas. So, showing this off. We go over this invisible wall, we can even boost off of the top of it, boost once in the lava sea, and then hit this boat with a lot of speed, and that takes us flying into this pagoda. And for the final part of this level, basically we attempt to go under the map into the final room where you get the guaranteed death, and going this way is really nice, both because it is a very direct path, but also because there is a lava pit down here, and you can start getting the burn effect on you here, and then as you fly into the final room, you can instantly start the ending cutscene without having to wait for yourself to burn to death, because you were already burning. So, that involves boosting, then dropping while charging a boost. Boosting, and you can see I have the fire animation. Get as much distance as possible, and water rail into this room. And that's going to activate the final cutscene immediately. Now, there are a couple of things that can go wrong there. A, you sometimes just won't get the fire effect on you, and that's fine, you just play it normally. A second thing that can happen, if you wait too long with getting into the room, if you're too slow, you'll just get a regular fire death animation without actually getting the final cutscene there. So that's 2 things that can go wrong. And now we're basically going into the final level of the game. So that was all of Boiling Caverns done.